Hey,
All
everybody.
right. I'm MK Ives, a Mixer Partner Manager, and I'm joined by...
Ethan Rothamel, and I'm not sure what my job title is some days.
Nobody is.
Yeah.
You just hang out. You just hang
I
out.
just show up, and
And,
they put me on here.
We're coming to you live from the Microsoft campus in Redmond, Washington, and today we're going to be showcasing a little Mixer magic here on This Week in Esports, which is all about FTL and interactivity.
Now, what FTL does is allows you to stream at sub-second latency, and interactivity is where the viewers don't just watch, they actively participate in what's happening on screen.
So nowadays, there's a ton to cover in the esports scene, so many games, so many events. And so since this show is for you, you get to decide what we talk about via the voting options you'll see soon below the video window.
I like that. That was all right. That was good. That's right. We don't choose the topics we discuss. You guys get to do that for us. But we only have 30 minutes every week, so make sure to get your vote in if you want to hear your favorite esport discussed.
So before we get into the games that we have for you this week, we normally start the show with a special segment. And today, we're bringing you some...
Breaking news.
Wait, okay, breaking news. You know what? This is where we bubble up esports news and stories that just came out and we think are just too juicy to leave up to a vote. For today, I think breaking news. Breaking news, man.
It's breaking news. We got to get serious.
News.
All right, cheers.
Cheers. Glasses on.
Glasses on. Oh, there's
For
a smudge.
today, we have to talk about something special coming to the Mixer platform, which is all about the Gears esports scene.
Ooh, this is way better. I don't know why I didn't have this on from the beginning. We're thrilled to announce that based on the success of Mixer's previous series, Gears Esports Offseason, we'll be extending that series into another show called Gears Pro Circuit All Access.
The series is scheduled to run throughout Season 2 of the Gears Pro Circuit from this November, like next week, November, through December 2018. And it's a reality series that'll provide a unique look into the world of Gears esports, and viewers are going to get behind-the-scenes view of top storylines as the season progresses.
The debut episode will be on Wednesday, November 8th on Mixer.com/Gears of War at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Just like we did for the previous series, we'll be having a live component to each episode where we'll be changing the show format from broadcast to broadcast in order to keep these live components relevant to the show's content.
Plus, we've upgraded our interactivity options here on the show, and we're going to turn on live voting from time to time. And we had that originally in the chat. We're moving into the interactive buttons below the video.
Little buttons.
So, are we ready to get this started?
I guess so. Right now, you'll see 4 choices to choose from that select the next segment. These choices are below the video window. Again, right there. In the interactive section, just click the one you want. And from that moment you see the screen, that means you have 30 seconds to vote. You only get to choose one per segment, so you'll see the results update, and you'll see the results update in real time.
In real time, okay.
So what do we got? We got Halo, Street Fighter, Paladins, and Counter-Strike. I like seeing Halo on top.
Voting.
I got a little soft spot for Halo. What are you voting for? Can I vote? Am I allowed to vote up here?
Are we allowed to vote? Do we get like God mode votes?
I'm voting.
Vote. And
what one?
the
Halo?
winner is...
10 more seconds.
10 more seconds.
Oh,
okay.
Get in there. Get your votes.
I didn't vote yet.
I already
get
voted.
to vote?
And I picked Halo.
Oh, I can't
I'm a
see the...
fanboy.
Oh, I think I hit pause on the stream and now I can't hit the buttons because
Slacker.
yeah.
What do you work at Mixer? It's fine.
Or something.
It's fine. It looks like I think Halo's going to take the lead here. Or
What
it
are we
already did.
thinking?
It crushed them.
It's crushed it. Okay. Oh, that's like 77%? We're reading this from kind of far away.
Slaughter. That's all right. Well, I'm going to kick this one off because I am a fan.
Do it.
After 3 days of intense competition, Optic Gaming walked out of the HCS Pro League Fall Finals at DreamHack Denver, trophy in hand and $70,000 heavier as the newly crowned Kings of Competitive Halo. I wonder if any of them are single.
Ooh, hey,
money.
Actually, the 4v4 tournament saw a bevy of strong teams being eroded by the currents of competition, with only the toughest teams able to stand strong and fight their way through. At the end of the day, the grand finals, of course, came down to 2 teams, fan favorites, Optic Gaming and Team Liquid.
The Green Wall came out of the gate hard and fast, maintaining their momentum until Game 4 of the best-of-7 bout, where Team Liquid clapped back with a CTF replay win after having tied the match once before. This did little to phase Optic in the preceding round, and they easily regained control from Liquid, becoming the next HCS Pro League champions.
They were relentless, and on top of the 4v4 action, there was also a free-for-all tournament with a sweet $5,000 top prize, and Halo's best Lone Wolves battled it out, and the victor was decided in classic Halo fashion with a Truth Slayer grand final match. Druck884 came out on top and walked away the deadliest lone wolf in the wilds of the Halo competitive scene.
Through the chapter of HCS, though this chapter of HCS has come to a close, competition is far from over. Next on the horizon lies the HCS World Championships 2018. The globe-spanning tournament will include open events in all 4 regions, and will culminate in an epic 16-team final where the best of the best will compete for a $1 million prize pool. I got into the wrong profession.
Oof, right? Ugh.
For the latest.
Oh, go ahead. You're excited. Go for it, man. Go for it.
For the latest of the Halo Championship Series, be sure to head on over to HaloWaypoint.com and follow @HCS on Twitter.
And if you'd like to relive all of the pulse pounding, palm sweating, I mean, my palms are getting sweaty just thinking about it, and hair raising moments of the fall finals, be sure. I was gonna do a hair raising thing, but he has no hair to raise.
Yeah.
Be sure to check out mixer.com/Halo.
All right. All right. That was good. I'm excited. Again, I'm jealous that they're making this money and I'm not, but it's fine. It's
and I mean, what a career. One of my favorite things about being part of Mixer and about being, on the forefront of, such an interesting emerging entertainment industry is the fact that, oops, sorry guys, I'm getting heads up that my microphone is not where it needs to be. Okay, there we go. All right. Anyway, this job did not exist. As little as 10 years ago,
it's pretty crazy.
6 years ago, yeah,
pretty crazy. And now we have these insane prize pools for esports. It's amazing how far we've come.
I'm looking at Dota. Oh my gosh, the international, absolutely insane. So where are we at with voting so far?
It just ended. Gears has won. You guys are Halo or Microsoft fans today.
Yeah. Okay, so if you haven't been tuning into Gears Fight Nights, you're missing out on some top tier Gears of War 4 esports action. For those not in the know, Gears Fight Nights are weekly live broadcasts of the Gears Pro Circuit competitive scene where you can watch the best Gears of War 4 teams from pros to up-and-coming amateurs compete in weekly matchups.
Broadcasts consist of weekly 2K final matches from across all regions of the Gears Pro Circuit, as well as as a show match featuring other exciting teams from across the circuit. October 18th show match saw Riot Gaming face off against Fire and Ice in an all-female Gears throwdown. Let's take a look at the showcase of Fire and Ice from the broadcast.
All right.
Ooh, it's already playing.
Oh.
Fire and Ice would go on to win the matchup.
Started getting into Gears. My brother was actually playing Gears of War 1 in his room, and so I was like, "Oh, that's cool." So we played split screen, and then from there, I really liked the game. So it turned into me just staying in his room all day playing it by myself.
The best thing about that game is just getting constant headshots with a sniper. I think that's the best, and getting these amazing feeds on the screen, just seeing your name come up like, "Oh my gosh, I just did that to you." That's insane.
When I started playing it, I didn't think I would be playing in esports, one, because I didn't even know that existed. I didn't even know that they had events for money or anything like that. And then when somebody told me about an all-female tournament for Gears of War, I'm like, oh, they have that?
I think the hype when you play on LAN, it's the best feeling. I love trash talking. I'm one of those people that gets up and talks trash all the time.
You just got to play, you really have to show yourself. You got to start playing game battles, you got to start playing online tournaments, just go out there, put yourself out there, and don't be scared. A gamer tag is just a gamer tag. You just have to play your game and you're good.
Go on to win the matchup, edging out a 7-6 win against Riot after 13 rounds. 13. And the broadcast also saw Ronin defeat their regional rival, World Best Gaming, to win the Latin America Weekly 2K final. But the marquee event was the North American Weekly 2K final,
I love that.
which saw Optic Gaming dominate Fire and Ice, winning their first North America 2K title since the first week of Season 2.
Don't miss these exciting weekly broadcasts every Wednesday starting at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern on live.gearsofwar.com. There will be giveaways, exclusive content, and of course, the best esports action that Gears has to offer.
Oh, absolutely.
So, what do you think is going to win next?
Ooh, I don't know. Okay, so what do we have for voting? What are our choices here? Okay.
Paladins. 100%.
Paladins.
Were they even allowed to vote on that one, you guys?
There we go.
Oh, okay, cool.
Counter-Strike.
I can't believe it. I'm gonna vote
Smash Bros.
I'm gonna vote for Smash Brothers. Just near and dear to my heart. I grew up on that stuff.
All right, I'll help you with that. I'll vote Smash
Thank
as
you.
well.
There's nothing like beating a sibling in Smash Brothers. Oh my lord.
Best
You can
couch
just
co-op.
hang it over their head for weeks.
Sibling
months, years,
rivalry
decades.
couch co-op. Best couch co-op.
Totally. It looks like the winning segment though. Paladins.
Paladins.
Let's dive into it.
As we mentioned in previous weeks, Hi-Res Studios has announced their Paladins console series. And we're already through the first week and headed into the second.
For those who missed the announcement, this series is open to all Xbox and PS4 players in North America or Europe. From now until October of 2018, Teams will battle through 12 monthly tournaments online, with each one consisting of 3 weeks of open bracket play. The top 8 teams from each region will then face off in a monthly final where they have a shot at a cash prize, earn some crystals, and potentially earn an invite to compete at the inaugural Paladins Console World Championship. And that's taking place at the High Res Expo in 2018.
They'll be giving away over 84,000 crystals and over $19,000 each month to the winning team. 250,000 grand.
Jeez.
1,000 grand.
1,000 grand.
Department of Redundancy Department. Total during the course of the next year.
It all kicked off this weekend, so Week 1 winners have already emerged. In North America, the Xbox winner was Erased with a 3-1 win against Set to Destroy, and the PS4 winner was Invigorate, who won a tough back-and-forth set against Coastal. Coastal Mayhem? Coastal? There's no A in there. That's okay.
But over in Europe, the Xbox winner was Gangstars. That's another
Gank.
fun one. Kind of like a play on words. But, you know, it depends on how fast you say it. Taking the first 3 games out of 5 against Team YCM, and the PS4 winner was Plushy Patrol, taking out Casual Forever in the final game. You know,
That
I
took
think
me way too long to get that reference, by the way.
that is seriously, I mean, I feel like you're a little bit asking for it if you name your team Casuals Forever, Casual Forever.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to win if you're saying you're going to be Casual Forever.
I bet they win
they
next
shot
time.
themselves
What
in the
if-
foot.
What if they win the next one? Just because
Come
of
back
that?
to win. All right.
But in all, congrats to these teams. They're the first winners of each of their groups and their regions. They'll now get to advance to the monthly finals, and we've got 2 more weeks to battle through before then, though. So catch the action or watch the VOD. Tune in at mixer.com/paladinsgame. Teams battle every Saturday and Sunday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern.
Forget Saturday morning cartoons. How about Saturday morning Paladins?
I'm in. I am so in. And back to voting.
Yeah, all right. What do we got?
We're burning
Smash
through
Bros, Rocket League, Magic the Gathering, and Counter-Strike.
Oh,
I'm
man.
interested. We got a surprising number of votes on Magic there.
I think everyone is still a Magic player at heart. All of us. So many nerds grew up on that game.
Man,
myself
duking it out
included.
between Magic and Rocket League. If you're in the chat right now and you are not sure, and you have a horse in this race, make sure you vote. Ooh, Magic edging ahead, 48%.
I did totally just vote for that.
Yeah, I did too.
I'd like to claim responsibility. We got 3 seconds left, guys. Get those votes in.
Vote.
Magic. Can I take this one?
Yeah, take it away.
I used to play a lot of competitive Magic, so I'm a big fan. And now this is a little different for this show. The Magic the Gathering 2017 World Championship took place last week in Boston, Massachusetts. If you're not familiar with Magic, it's a trading card game where 2 players, or wizards, or planeswalkers as they call them, cast spells and creatures and lands to best the other players. This game has a long history of competition, and this year the World Championship offered a $300,000 prize pool, with $100,000 going to the winner.
That's amazing, especially for a game with such longevity that they are having
Yes.
a prize pool of this magnitude. And this year's grand final came down to Javier Dominguez and William Jensen, a.k.a. Huey. Huey took the final match when Javier couldn't draw the land he needed and took victory like a complete gentleman.
Oh man, that is tough. You wouldn't know it from his face that he had just won $100,000 though. Huey had been playing Magic since 7th grade, and it's all finally paid off.
This is like the ultimate, like, your mom's telling you that games are not a good investment of your time. Like, finally, see, Mom? Finally.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a hobby that's more expensive than cigarettes, in my opinion. But for more great coverage of the championship, check out the hashtag MTGChamp on Twitter.
All right. So what do we have coming up next?
I bet Rocket League. I bet.
Probably.
How can it be anything else? Everybody and their mother can play that game.
I'm really bad at it.
It's the interview time. We get to interview.
We get to do an interview. And speaking of, last segment was Paladins. We're gonna be talking to a gentleman a little bit in the know there.
Yes.
Actually, pretty excited to talk to this guy. As you know, you work at Mixer. I work at Mixer.
I think so.
We've had a lot of Paladins coverage, kind of focused on that over the last week and weekend on the Xbox dashboard, and so I'm really excited to talk to this gentleman.
Yes. So every week on this show, we try to feature a different personality in the space. And today, because of all the Paladin stuff going on, like MK just said, and we recently announced that Mixer would be the exclusive home to the league, the console league. Let's put our hands together for Evan Rayner.
And let's talk about Paladins and the debut of the league.
Evan, what's up, man?
Hello.
Doing all right.
Oh, you're a little quiet.
Yeah,
hey,
we can't hear
Can we
very
get
well.
him boosted a little bit,
Evan?
please?
Ooh.
All right, so Evan, tell the people who
I
might
got a
not
loud
know
voice,
you.
so if I'm quiet,
There you
something's
go.
got to work out
There
here.
you
better.
are.
That's
Loud
better.
and
There I
clear. Okay, so for people who don't know you and your role at High Res, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. Before I got to high res, I was actually an athlete. I was at UCLA. I was a draftee to the MLS. I got drafted by DC United. I got into video games through creating a YouTube channel called Rain Day Gaming, which I now have. We've got 150,000 subscribers on there and a Twitch presence. And I found myself loving high res games and got in contact with them and actually started casting Paladins at its inception about a year ago in May. We didn't have any official tournaments. We did our first big thing in Sweden. We did a founders tournament for $50,000. And at that point in time, we all knew this was for real. So we knew we had a great game. It's gone through a ton of iterative changes. I joined High Res probably about a month or two later, officially in August. And been with them ever since as an esports caster, esports specialist, doing everything from admin to game balance design to obviously casting and hosting at our big events like January and High Res Expo and other stuff like that. So it's been a wild ride for sure. I didn't think I'd be doing this, but esports is brand new and a lot of new faces are getting mixed in here.
That's awesome. Congrats on all your success, first of all. And second, might I say that your suit game is on point, man. Unbelievable.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, we're a little disappointed you're not in a suit today,
Yeah, I was
so
like,
we
you
figured
gonna
we'd rib you a little bit about it.
I couldn't dress it up all the time. Sometimes I have to go the casual approach. It's my day off from the office. We work on weekends, so I take my Mondays and Thursdays off. So I decided to keep it a little casual.
I get
Fair
it, man.
enough,
Today I'm
fair
actually
enough.
wearing a reverse sensor bar, so I can
Hey.
totally relate. But we've recently
like that.
announced. Thank you. See, someone appreciates it. Shouting out my wife. We recently announced the Paladins Console League, which allowed players on the Xbox One and PS4 to compete in weekly Paladins matches. Can you fill us in on what Paladins is for those who haven't played it yet, and kind of what the league's about?
Yeah, absolutely. So Paladins it's a hero shooter, right? It's a first-person hero shooter that's based in a fantasy realm. And one of the interesting differences about Paladins, you can go into it from other hero shooters, is our game is highly iterative and very variable. That's a kind of a good alliteration there to describe how you can play. You can choose anything you want. There are 3 different legendary cards that define your champion's play style. There's a whole loadout that you make before you even go into the game that can change anything from movement speed to how much damage you take after an ability, or how many extra seconds you get off a cooldown of a certain skill you prioritize. And that translates to a really exciting esports scene that we've brought to the PC for the first year, and then now really wanted to bring to the console, because we just feel that hero shooters, such a big audience, don't have too much representation at this point on the console, and that's what the console series is all about. You guys mentioned the numbers before, but I think it's somewhere of like $19,000 every month, 84,000 crystals, over 250 grand over the course of a year. But I think the biggest thing for me is just exposure. These guys get to play every week essentially, and new names can come up through the scene. New games can come up into esports, and I think that's just a great opportunity as this industry keeps growing.
So that's actually a great segue. The first week of the open bracket just went down last weekend. So are there any storylines, any cool personalities that we should know about, maybe starting to surface just in this first week of play, or anything in particular we should look forward to in the second week of matches?
Next week is going to be interesting. We've done this kind of format for a while, where we have these weeks where the best teams kind of qualify, and then they wait in week 4 for the next second week's qualifiers and the third week's qualifiers to play this ultimate final kind of grand royale to see who ultimately gets first place in that region. But Xbox has been looking extremely strong, I got to say. PS4, I love you. I grew up on PS4, but Xbox is holding it down right now, and especially in Europe, the Gangstars absolutely sweeping their competition. Guys like Welshmania, Trank, World Edit, absolutely having monster games. Overall, in North America and on PS4 in general, the kind of interesting part about that is it's so much closer. I don't know why. Maybe it's because Xbox is really more of a shooter console, and maybe there are a lot more experienced shooter players transitioning to Paladins. It's a really interesting phenomenon, but we find that PS4 sometimes just can't set themselves apart from each other. It's just tight games. It makes it very exciting. I think it was a best of 4 and then a best of 5 for our PS4 games in North America. So just a lot of great action heading into week 2. I expect the same.
It's actually super interesting. And frankly, man, your passion shows for this game, which is really cool, I got to say. Do you have like a favorite character, just out of curiosity? Like for a beginner,
Man,
for
right
someone that's
now-
going to get into it.
Right.
Because I'm interested, and I actually haven't played it yet, but everyone's talking about it. And
Oh,
obviously,
really?
Yeah, now it's here. So who do I play as?
Man, are you kind of a projectile guy, or do you like your hit scans? Do you like you're running around, running
hit
gun,
scan.
or do you like
hit scan, baby?
Okay, all right. I mean, Victor's great. I think Victor's very standard. He's a standard guy. You come in, you shoot things, you do a lot of damage. I like Tyra though, because she brings a little bit of that female power into the game. She's got this really boss attitude, and honestly, she's got a lot of different abilities. So it's the shooter mechanic, but also more of an ability-based shooter, which I find is a great variance from your traditional kind of run and gun Call of Duty style, so to speak, that Victor would probably represent for a lot of audiences. So I'd definitely give that a try. The other one though, I'd say if you like hit scan and you like moving around, it's a little bit more mobile, but Androxus is the way to go. He's been a fan favorite forever, and getting up into the skies, ulting people down with these incredible, I think, demonic rockets, whatever he does in his ult, it's the way to go. It's the top play for sure.
So our favorite question on the show, if you could tell a skeptical person like one thing to know about esports and why they should pay attention or get into it, what would you say?
I'd say that why are you a skeptic? I mean, at this point, we saw League of Legends get 14.7 million concurrent viewers for their world championship, and Game of Thrones got 16.1. I mean, we're only 2 million off at this point.
All right. That is the best answer I've ever heard. I'm like, yes. Numbers. Show me the money.
It's clearly an audience available for this. And I think what's cool is that there's not really a bunch of fans that need converting for esports to be viable. I think there will be. I think traditional sports fans will find a love in the competition that's exposed and the storylines, which is why we love basketball or football or soccer. We love the players and what they're doing and how they're improving and the drama. And I think esports brings that. But what esports does that's different from that is not everyone is born 6 feet tall. Not everyone can sprint a 4.3 40-yard dash. We can all have usually a mouse and a keyboard and play some of these games that we're seeing people make hundreds to millions of dollars. And I think the relatable aspect and attached to the story and attached to the competition puts esports in a position to do something that normal sports actually haven't done, I think, for a mass market audience. So, ultimately, I would say, again, if you're a skeptic, why? But even if you are a skeptic, the more that this gains more production, more support, I think this is going to win everybody over. Esports is definitely the industry to be in right now.
Oh, it's fantastic,
awesome.
Man. Thank you.
Well, thanks so much, Evan. Lastly, where can people find you and your work and your Twitter handle?
Absolutely. You can follow me at Rainday Gaming. Most of my stuff is Rainday or Rainday Gaming there. On my YouTube, that's where I'm basically most active. I have a YouTube channel. That's how I was known. So at Rainday Gaming there, at Twitter, at Rainday Gaming, and twitch.tv/Rainday, which is one of the places I stream in. I got to make my Mixer account now so I can start streaming there.
Get on it.
You guys are blowing. A 4-person custom stream. I mean, I'm like, I got to get some buddies around and play some games. So I don't have that made up yet, but you can find me there very soon as well. And
no worries, man.
Every Saturday and Sunday, casting the console series.
All right. Well, thank you so much,
Good
Evan.
times.
That was awesome. Thank you. Oh, it was a genuine pleasure.
Oh, what a dude. That's awesome. It's been a little while since I played Paladins, but I first came across it at a convention about 2 years ago, and so I started playing when it was in beta.
Okay.
So it's been a while. I'm rusty, but I remember having a ton of fun. I'm ready to get back into it. I'm ready to stream it.
I gotta give it a shot. Ooh, you should do that.
Stream it or it didn't happen.
Oh, the next voting is up. I'm gonna vote.
What do we got?
I'm going to Smash Brothers again. I want to see Smash. There's not enough Smash Brothers on Mixer, guys. Let's see it.
Oh, we're at 47%. Or is that 67%? I can't quite read.
Come on, I thought you had glasses on. All right, was that?
Laser eyes,
I didn't mean to actually hurt your
59%.
feelings.
No, you didn't actually hurt my feelings.
Okay, cool.
This is very
Come
small.
on, man. Oh, let's see it. 2
What do we
seconds.
got?
Is that 10 seconds left? Were you a Smash fan growing up? Did you play a lot of Smash?
So I was PC as a kid gamer, PC only. I did not actually get a console until I was in college.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it did win.
Smash time. Okay, so the biggest Super Smash Bros. Event series in the Midwest has returned for its 7th year in a row. The Big House 7 is a 3-day event in Detroit, Michigan's 67,000 square foot venue within a single hall of the Cobo Center.
Jeez. This is one of the few events that attracts this many of the best Melee and Wii U players from around the world to fight for the coveted rank of Big House Champion. Although it doesn't match up in size to events like EVO, it's still one of the largest Smash tournaments in the country with over 1,500 entrants. and there is never a shortage of talent or hype.
So this big house had such shocking upsets across both Melee and Wii U that it's being called the first tournament of the new era. And there are the new gods of Melee. It's the first time that all 4 of the active gods were in losers bracket, thanks to TSM Leffen and PG Plup. Hungrybox was sent to losers bracket by Leffen, and even more surprisingly, Plup sent Armada to losers bracket with his shake.
Yes. Oh, with Plup in the grand final after defeating Leffen 3-1, Liquid Hungrybox rose from the ashes to defeat an activated Clutchbox. Who's writing this, man? He defeated Mewtwo King in Game 4, overthrew Armada in Game 5, and got redemption on Leffen in another tense Game 5 to earn a spot in the grand final.
Plup decided that his only shot at the title was to use his Fox, but unfortunately, Hungrybox is a Fox slaying specialist and was able to take both sets of the grand final 3-1 and become your big house champion for the first time. Like, what an upset! Like,
crazy.
Complete. It's like a regime change.
I almost love seeing that, though.
Yeah,
I really do.
yeah.
If you guys are interested in checking out these streams and many more upsets in Melee and Smash for the Wii U, head over to smashshot.gg/tbh7.
TBH7.
Yes, that was yeah. And by the way, Nintendo, if you just want to make I don't know $1 zillion, maybe release Smash Brothers on the Switch.
Ooh.
Just saying. I'm sure they know that. They can't not know that at this point.
I want to Switch for Christmas just so I can play Stardew Valley wherever I go.
I do too. I really do. All right,
All
votes
right,
are in.
voting. This is probably our last segment, guys. We only have 4 more minutes.
Oh my gosh, what do I pick, guys? Someone in chat. What's chat want me to pick? Extra vote for whoever types it first. You got 15 seconds.
I love that we have the chat. It's all talking about, some of their
Soaring Galaxy
favorite
got it.
characters to play in Smash Melee. Like, ooh, yeah. Oh.
I gotta go with Mewtwo. Mewtwo's my boy. I love
Whoa, is
him.
the Utah Mega Monthly somehow pulling
What?
up in that? What?
Oh no.
No, oh,
We got Rocket
all
League.
right, Rocket League. So for those that don't know, Gfinity started the Gfinity Elite Series to finally give the UK esports scene a league of their own.
Nice. Starting just in the UK, Gfinity is planning to expand the league internationally in hopes of creating a Gfinity Esports World Series.
Now, back in March, they announced that Rocket League will be part of this series, and the competition has been fierce ever since.
Already finished their first season, where Endpoint took it all at took it all at the Gfinity Arena and became Season 1 champions.
Now, we just wrapped week 3 of Season 2, and we're seeing 2 teams battling it out, kind of trying to edge each other out for first place.
I like that. But first, let's recap. Endpoint seemed to get their groove back this week, crushing Envious Academy 3-0 for their first win of the season. Method took on Infused and won 3-1.
And as for the 2 teams battling for supremacy, Prophecy clashed with Epsilon and shut them out 3-0. Prophecy still undefeated in Season 2 thus far.
However,
Undefeated.
yeah, that's pretty crazy. However, they aren't the only ones, as Reason took down XL in a similar 3-0 fashion, also staying undefeated this season.
Hopefully both teams stay undefeated for the next 2 weeks, because at week 6, they're scheduled to face one another, making it a battle for first. And if they both come into that undefeated, that's going to be a game for the ages.
Match. I love it. I love it. Now, last week we highlighted an amazing last-second goal, which sent Prophecy and Method into overtime. This week, Epsilon tried to pull the same trick as Method, keeping the ball airborne for a last-second goal. However, it wasn't quite the goal they were hoping for. Let's take a look.
Oof. Prophecy had to have some flashes of deja vu there and knew what was coming.
Oh, man. Look at this. I can't. Are we watching this? Is this the clip right here? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
They're going to bomb. It's going to choke. Look at this. Oh!
Oh, adding insult to injury with the last-second goal of their own. That's just like rubbing salt in the wound.
Oh, that was so good. That was so good. Let's hope there's more insane plays to come in week 4. That is the best part about Rocket League, is there are the most bananas plays.
You can catch the week 4 matches live this weekend over at mixer.com/GfinityTV.
That was awesome. I wish I was that good at Rocket League.
Oof, so good.
How you feeling, MK? Feeling good?
Oh,
feeling
man,
good?
I'm so hyped for esports. And I loved Evan's comments about, for naysayers, for doubters, like the greatest question to come back at them with is like, why are you a naysayer or doubter, and just show them the evidence of the interest and the passion.
Yes, completely. Looks like we have some upcoming tournaments here to talk about. Why don't you kick this one off, MK?
So BlizzCon is back for another year of heart-pumping competitive gaming action as it started this morning. I got to be there last year, which was crazy. It's an incredible site.
Jealous.
And it started this morning with HGC matches for Heroes of the Storm and continues tomorrow with Zergs, Terrans, and the almighty Protoss duking it out in the WCS Global Finals. Check out BlizzCon.com for the full weekend schedule and see what events are coming up next week as well.
All right, next up, various fighters. Canada Cup is back again for 2017, and it's going down this weekend. Over 50,000 in Canadian, let's be very clear about that, will be up for grabs in games like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite and Street Fighter V. So head on over to Canada-Cup.ca to see what else the folks are across the northern border have in store.
I mean, I assume that each prize comes with like a special commemorative bottle of maple syrup.
Maybe. One
And
can
of
assume.
course, we have our Mixer exclusive League Paladins console series continuing this weekend with EU and NA action on mixer.com/Paladins games. Remember that anyone on the Xbox or PS4 can play in these tournaments. So take a chance, sign up, and maybe we'll be talking about you. That's right, you in chat in a future episode. Head over to paladinsworld.com for more info and the full schedule.
All right. That was fun.
That was fun. We've never hosted this show together before.
I know, we
So
haven't.
awesome.
And clearly inviting me on last minute, reaching for the bottom of the barrel because...
Because the amazing Kate the Great and Rukari Austin could not be here today.
Right.
But
we love them.
Not us. Kate and Rukari should be back here next Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern. And we are on our new channel, mixer.com/thisweekininesports. So make sure to watch this and past episodes right below in the VODs.
Yes, and be sure to follow us on Twitter @WatchMixer for updates on the show and to know what's happening in the wide world of esports.
Also, tune into hashtag Esports Weekend. We only show esports content on mixer.com/channel1 during the weekends. Except I think this weekend will be a little bit different because of the ultra special Mixer Halloween theme.
Ooh, there's gonna be a lot going on.
So I hope you come tune in, check out the competitions and Halloween spookiness.
Yes. And finally, don't forget to watch our sister show, The Greatest Show Ever Written, Tips and Tricks, every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific on mixer.com/tips and tricks.
And that is it for us. Next, we are going to close with one of our favorite Mixer traditions. We're doing a raid.
We
so we're going
are.
to post a link in chat to an amazing Mixer partnered streamer. And we're going to do the hashtag Tui raid. This week in Esports raid, we're going to mixer.com/myboomshtick.
Yes, we will see you over there. And even if you have just a second in your day to go over there, make sure you get over there and say hashtag TweeRaid. It'll make their day. I guarantee it.
Just click the link, say, hey, put that hashtag in there. And this was awesome. We
Yes.
will be seeing you guys. Well, we won't, but Kate and Rukari will be seeing you guys next week.